नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यान। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadguru. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Vibhuti Yoga, the 10th Adhyaya, and Sri Krishna is explaining to us all the different things in this universe, in this creation, which are represented by the Lord. All those, the prominent ones among gods, among other parts of this creation, that Sri Krishna is telling us, you will find me there. And Sri Krishna, in our previous reading, just to recap, he told us that I am the Shankara among Rudras. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam. Among the Yakshas and the Rakshasas, those celestial beings, celestial demigods and demons, who acquire wealth. The Yakshas acquire wealth, the Rakshasas, they hoard wealth. Both of them, they are after wealth. And among them, the chief among the Yaksha and Rakshasas is Kuber, Vitteshu. So Krishna says, I am that king of wealth. That is manifested, I am manifesting in him also. Like I am manifesting in Shankara among all the 11 Rudras. The Rudras who make people cry for either for material gains, praise, or for spiritual gains, for liberation, the Shreyas. Now, among these 11 Rudras, Shankara is the one, the great Lord Mahadeva, who makes people cry but also elevates them to the level of Nirvana. It is only he can do among all these 11 Rudras. So Sri Krishna says, I am that ultimate savior. Although in that form of Shankara, I may make people cry, but that crying is not for materialistic gains. That crying is not, give me this, give me that. That crying is crying of a Shreyas. That crying is crying for liberation. That is the true yearning of the heart. So that is Shankara, I am among the Rudras. I am the Kubera among the Yakshas and Rakshasas. And then he says, Vasuram Pavakaschasmi. Among the Vasus, I am the Pavak. Among all these 8 basic principles of this creation, among all these basic creations of this universe, the earth, water, fire, air, ether, the space, moon, sun and stars, among all these basic principles of this entire creation, I am the fire. Because the fire assumes various degrees of warmth and sustains life. So Lord says, therefore, I am manifesting in fire among all these 8 Vasus. And finally, Meruhu Shikharinam Aham. Among all those mountains and peaks, I am the Meru. I am the Meru around whom all these celestial objects, they are revolving. All the celestial objects in this creation, they are revolving. And allegorical representation of Mount Meru being this spinal cord of ours, the Sushumna, which is flowing through from the base of spine to the topmost portion of the spinal cord. So Sri Krishna says, I am that. So having told us these more places, these more things in the universe where the Lord speaks about his spatial manifestations. These are some examples he has given. Now in the 24th shloka that we are going to read today, again a list of some more of these manifestations where we can perceive Lord, where we can meditate upon, where we know for sure that yes, this is where Lord is in this form also in this creation. This is also one of the forms of the Lord where we can meditate upon. Now, Purodhasam ch mukhyam ma vidhi partha bruhaspatim senani namaham skandaha sarasamasmi sagaraha. Now these are the three examples Sri Krishna is giving. Three things in this universe which are also the manifestations of the great Lord. Which are these? Purodhasam cha mukhyam mam vidhi partha bruhaspatim. O Partha, O Arjuna, know for sure among the priests, among the worshippers, the priests who are conducting various sacrifices and the worships, that know me to be the chief Bruhaspati. Bruhaspati is the chief among all these Purohits, all the priests. Bruhaspati is the primary priest in this creation, who is performing all the sacrificial rites and rituals. He is the main priest. And Krishna says, among all these priests, I am the Bruhaspati, the chief priest. Not those, lower level priests. Now, see here. Krishna is identifying himself with these topmost among all the categories. No ordinary. Only the topmost category, topmost among each category. That is, these are the manifestations of the great Lord. That is what Sri Krishna says. So among the priests, I am the Bruhaspati. There is no priest higher than Bruhaspati as such. Then, Senanim Aham Skandaha. Among the generals, among the warlords, among all those, leaders of the armies, I am the Skanda. Skanda is the son of Shiva. Shiva has two sons, Ganesha and Kartikeya, Skanda. Now, Ganesha, he is usually Ganesha doesn't interfere into any of those battlefields. Ganesha gives wisdom, he gives intelligence, and he is a very different kind of personality. But Skanda cannot tolerate injustice. Skanda cannot tolerate wrongdoing. And therefore, whenever gods are at war with the evil, Skanda is their leader. Skanda is their general. He is a fierce fighter. He is a fierce fighter. He is not afraid of anyone. He is a fearless general for that matter. And Sri Krishna says, among the generals who fight the wars with evil, I am the Skanda. Because Skanda always leads his army to victory. And such is a wonderful personality of Skanda. Absolutely pure, fearless. He doesn't heed any weakness. He doesn't tolerate any weakness. He doesn't tolerate any evil. He doesn't tolerate any wrongdoing. Anything wrong, anything evil, he just smashes it. So Sri Krishna says, I am the Skanda among all the generals. So that is the second example in this shloka. And the third example, Sarasamasmi Sagara, among all the water bodies. There may be little pond, there may be little rivulet, there may be some river, or there are so many water bodies in this on this earth. But Sri Krishna says, I am the ocean among all these water bodies. That huge, vast, deep ocean. And under when someone sits for meditation, that is also a one point. Like sometimes people, tell us, you meditate upon the vastness of the sky. They also tell us, you meditate upon the vastness of the ocean. So vast, so peaceful for that matter. And for that matter, ocean also represents the reality of this life. Like the waves on the ocean. Now, wave is, we see the waves on the surface of the ocean. These waves, these are like the individual beings. This entire universe is comprised of all these individual beings. You, me, and everything around us. Human beings, animal beings, the specimen from the plant kingdom. These are like the waves on the surface of the ocean. These you won't find to that extent in small ponds or rivulets or rivers or any other water body. And how nicely these waves, they merge with the ocean. That is the concept given for the meditation. Consider yourself to be the part of that huge ocean, all the waves. There may be innumerable waves like the innumerable jivas in this creation, but they are part and parcel of one ocean. They are part and parcel of one Satchidananda for that matter. And therefore Shri Krishna says that among the water bodies, I am the ocean. I am not that small pond. I am not interested in that kind of limited water body. Wherever there is vastness, wherever there is a hugeness, wherever there is tremendous peace, I am there. So that is the third example Sri Krishna has given in this particular shloka. I am the Brihaspati among the priests. I am the Skanda among the war generals. Among the army generals, I am the Skanda. And among all the water bodies, Sarasam Asmi Sagaraha. I am the Sagar. I am the ocean. The function of priest is to administer ritualistic worship and a sanctified code of conduct among people. Norms are given by these priests. This is how the ritualistic worship is to be done. And Brihaspati discharges this sacred duty among the Devas. So he is the deity of a great eminence. And therefore, seekers of learning and wisdom pay homage to Brihaspati. Whenever we want to learn something, whenever we want to gain wisdom or some additional knowledge, we always pray Brihaspati. And Sri Krishna says, it is but proper to behold him as endowed with the attributes of Ishvara. So Brihaspati is the one who has the attributes of Ishvara. Brihaspati is one of the manifestations of the Ishvara. Next comes, Godhead can be reached only through right understanding and right execution. And who can do this but a proper general? Skanda is the army chief of the gods. Skanda is in a rightful manner, he leads his armies to victory over the evil and the wrongdoing. So Sri Krishna says it is that aspect which also is manifesting my divine glories, the Skanda. It is but appropriate that Lord claims this general, this army chief as his own embodiment. Then finally, the ocean suggests the infinitude of the Lord. Merging the mind in its expanse is a form of worship of the Almighty. Merging the mind in this ocean, merging the mind, making the mind one with the vastness of this ocean is also a form of meditation. And therefore Sri Krishna says that in ocean I dwell. Whenever you consider, if you want to know where I am in this creation, consider ocean among all the water bodies, consider ocean also to be the place which is dwelt by me. So these are additional 3 examples that Sri Krishna has given in this 24th shloka of the Vibhuti Yoga of various divine manifestations of the great Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.